Hello, hello, hello. How you doing, Aries? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. I love you guys. Happy Tuesday, Taco Tuesday, Tasty Tuesday. Thank y'all so much for your support. I love you guys. Thank you for your support and your interaction. I see you out there. Thank y'all so much. Thank you. That makes me do as many videos for you as possible. And for that, look for another reading after this one, Aries. Okay? Thank you for support. And I'm going to give you a bonus reading. So when you get through watching this one, there will be another reading right behind that one. Okay. So, Spirit guys, I ask you to give me clarity, understanding. This is for Aries. What's in the energy? Let's find out what's going on with you. Oh, I love you too. Thank y'all so much. Thank you. Let's see. Talk to me, Spirit. Yes. This is for Aries. What's in the energy? Let's see what's in your energy. What? Okay. Queen of Pentacles popped out. All right. Listen. Baby, something is you about to get an unexpected blessing because this pop almost popped in my face. Okay. Queen of Pentacles is someone that has persevered, someone that is very nurturing, but also the Queen of Pentacles is somebody that is very blessed. Okay. You about to be very well off, financially blessed, or there's a blessing is about to pop up in your face that you don't know about, Aries. Okay. I feel like the way that card came out, yeah, this is judgment of all you have been through. Okay, judgment call is here. This is the spirit is about to bring something into your life after being in hermit mode. Okay, this is judgment call where you are about to get a blessing. Okay, after being left out in the cold, being isolated or in hermit mode as far as isolation. But that page of pentacles, that queen of, okay, spirit said page of pentacles. So there's a big offer coming. And some of you, this is a blessing from the divine. Okay, this word, this judgment call here. This is a blessing from the divine. Okay, you did the work. You have awakened. You persevered. You made it through, and there is a large blessing coming your way. Okay, spirit guys, tell me more about this energy for Aries. Tell me more about this energy. Yeah, this energy for Aries. Tell me more about this energy for Aries. I know, right? Yeah, you're about to be back on your feet, okay? I also am picking up the energy is that with this Five of Swords, you're no longer in any type of struggle, okay? You finally gotten yourself out of conflict of even your own mentality, okay? If this is not you and your own mentality, this is someone that you have separated yourself from. You have awakened to people negativity. You have separated yourself from maybe somebody that was very egotistic. You have separated yourself from a lot of low vibrational frequency. Okay, you have awakened to the BS. Okay, your consciousness is on a different level. Yeah, you have removed yourself from negative people. Congratulations. You went in hermit mode. You may have Virgo in your chart somewhere, but you went in isolation. You went in isolation and you removed yourself from a negative connection, a negative people. This could have been somebody that caused a lot of drama. Okay, you could have been in it with this Five of Swords here. Is a low vibration, maybe connection that you were in, but you persevered. Okay, and I feel like this is a reward from the angels. This is judgment that you have awakened, and now you're going and you're entering, is what spirit is telling me. You're entering into the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, oh yeah, you about to get a major blessing. Okay, tell me more, spirit. Yeah, Ace of Swords. I mean, Ace of Wands, okay? Your passion, your desire, okay? Passion, desire, Ace of Wands. Tell me more about this. Okay. Four of Cups, which is telling me, Aries, that, this is a blessing from the universe, but I feel like you have to make sure you distinguish that, because I feel like you have been let down so much with this Four of Cups that you may be in the energy of being stubborn or may not see it because based off of what you have been through. In other words, I feel like Spirit Guides God is saying, do not miss this opportunity. Okay? There's something coming your way. Yeah, Queen of Wands in the reverse and the Two of Swords in the upright. So this is something that you desired. This is something that you want. Okay. I also feel with this Two of Swords here, Aries, this can be something that you don't see coming. Because, of course, with that Two of Swords, you see the eyes are covered. That means you're going to be blindsided by this blessing. But you're in need of this blessing. Now, everybody come in, take what resonate, reverse the roles, how they fit in your life, okay? You are in need of this blessing. You are in need of something that this could be love. This could be in the form of love. That card fell and hit the floor. This is going to hit you. Some of y'all get ready to fall in love and not expecting it. Okay? Some of you are going to be blindsided. It's almost like with the Queen of Wands in the reverse. It's like you're not in need of it, but you would love to have a helpmate, right? But I also feel like your desire is for someone that you can have a connection with, because you got the Ace of Wands here. This is somebody that is going to hit your life unexpectedly, okay? The way that the Queen of Pentacles popped up in my face, like it's going to hit you really unexpected, but that's where the Four of Cups come in. Don't get distracted by what has not worked out in your life with these Three Cups here, okay? I feel like this is coming from the spirit, judgment, okay? Judgment call, awakening, all right? That this is definitely a person that's coming into your life that is going to bring the love that you have been so much desiring and wanting in your life, okay? Ace of Cups. Tell me more, Spirit. This is new beginnings, new love, new beginnings, showering. Okay, Ace of Cups, real love, a real connection after a lot of failed connections. Maybe some of you have been in connections that have not worked out. But finally, that's why I say don't get crossed up by thinking, that this cup that Spirit is handing you, you're thinking it's going to be like what you've been through. In fact, I need you to not judge a book by its cover. Yeah, this is an emperor coming towards you. You got love coming in. This is going to hit you unexpectedly. You have someone that's coming in with new beginnings. This is new beginning, new love, showering. You may also end up having a child by this person, or you're going to definitely blend your children together. But this Ace of Cups, this is somebody that has their cup full. Okay? After being in isolation. Some of you may have not been single for a long time because the Hermit is in reverse. So some of you may have been single for the last 2 years. Okay? Between 2 to 3 years, you could have been 3 years, very significant. You may have been single. So whoever this is for, you haven't been single for a long time. But someone is coming in, okay, in their boss energy. This person is coming towards you. Could be a fire sign, could be a water sign, okay, air sign that's coming into your life, okay? I feel like you have been, whoever you are, you've been praying for a helpmate. You've been praying for somebody to come into your life, to love you like you are deserving to be loved, okay? But I feel like you had to go through an awakening. I feel like you had to go through judgment. I feel like there was lessons that you had to learn. That's why you came out on top as the Queen of Pentacles, because you have persevered. You made it through some bad relationships. I don't know who I'm talking to. Please take what resonate. Come in and take what resonate. Remember, everybody's on different timelines. Some of you already been through this. Some of you going through this now. Some of you, this is coming up in your near future. You have been in some very toxic, bad relationships or marriage or connection. Very toxic, okay? Some of you could have been in a 3 year relationship. Threes are very significant as well, that it was a lot of disappointment. Or there could have been three failed relationships. Some of you, three failed marriages, okay? That you persevered and made it through. And it was not easy, but you had to go through an awakening. You had to go through the dark night of the soul. You had to really go through maybe some very dark recovering. Okay. But yeah, you manifested this. These two cards popped out of my hand. Okay. You're about to get some communication. Somebody, this is what you manifested. Someone's going to communicate with you. This is Eight of Wands. It's going to be a lot of communication between you and this person if you have not already met this person. This person could live from afar. This could be someone that is an air sign, okay? This is who you manifested. This is what you manifested into your reality. The Ace of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, Aries. This is very much a large investment after walking away from the Eight of Cups, walking away from a situation that you were no longer happy with, okay? You're walking right into the Ace of Pentacles, okay? Right into the Ace of Pentacles. My God. My goodness. I could be talking to someone that is a tarot reader. Okay, you could read cards or your gift. You could be a clairvoyance or clairaudience. You could be a psychic. I could be talking to somebody that has some type of ability, gift ability into reading people. I'm here to tell you that after three failed, disappointing relationships, you are about to meet or you're about to encounter a real love. Okay. Yeah, I know, right? I know, right? And the thing about this, Aries, is that it's going to hit you unexpectedly. You're not going to see this coming. It's going to pop out at you. Okay? But those three failed relationships that you were in, those three failed connections that you were in, those was lessons to be learned. And I feel as though that you have awakened to your higher self. That's why judgment is here. That is telling me that in the spiritual realm, you have been judged and you made it through. Okay. And the judgment is awakening. That means you had to go through some dark deliverance, dark night of the soul. Okay. You had to be isolated from people, negative energy people. You had to be isolated, people that meant you no good. I feel like a lot of people you had to wake into that were not good. They were not good for you. Okay. Now, if this is not relationships, this is negative people that did not mean you well, and you had to awaken to how they treated you and mistreated you. But I'm really picking up on bad relationships, bad marriages. Okay. Three failed relationships that finally someone's going to pop out, is just going to pop out into your energy out of nowhere. I feel like Spirit Guides is saying, Aries, you are now ready to experience what true love looks like. Even though you may have been at a crossroad of deciding if you was really ready, if you really ready for this passionate connection, or if you're not, it's like, well, it's going to hit you right in the face. Okay. This person is coming into your life with a lot of passion, a lot of caring. Could be a fire sign coming into your life that is going to shower you. This Ace of Cups is new beginnings. You walked away from failed relationships, failed connections, failed that was not filling your cup, so fulfilling your desire of what you wanted in a man or a woman. See, you got the Eight of Cups here, and it is along with the sun card in the reverse. So that tells me that all your cups was not being fulfilled, not the way that you planned or wanted them to be. You were not happy because there was no reciprocity there. Well, you manifested something maybe within the last 8 days, okay, 8 weeks, 8 months, and your manifestation is coming. Some of you could have manifested this in a month's time, 2 months' time. Well, someone's coming in with communication. Someone's going to hit your DM, reach out to you some kind of way, and this person is going to be a lot y'all going to have in common together. A lot. There go the Two of Cups. I just cut the deck. This is a soulmate coming towards you. This person that's coming towards you have plans. Y'all, if this person is making plans to be with you, you and this person is going to have plans. Okay. This is not somebody that is not wanting to have something with you. This is a Two of Cups here. Star card. Okay. You did a lot of healing in this energy. Okay. You have a lot of options. This person have a lot of options, but their focus is going to be with you. Okay. It's not known yet with the moon card, but they're going to pop up out of nowhere because you out here in this energy and you're looking very good. You're very balanced, self-sufficient, got a lot going for yourself. Lost weight, upped your weight, change your hair, look good, and you are being noticed. Okay. I also feel like you're going to recover from being left out in the cold. A lot of energy here, Aries. A lot of energy. You back 10 toes down after a lot of failed relationships. After 3 failed relationships. After being mistreated. After being in a lot of low vibration relationships. You're about to meet your soul mate. But I need you not to mess around and miss this blessing because of the 3 bad relationships or failed connections that you were in. And I know that they were very disappointing, and I know that they were very heartbreaking, and I know that. But I need you to trust the process. I need you to trust what spirit got have for you here. Okay? This is somebody that is going to come in and going to love you correctly. Okay, let me get some confirmation here. This is exactly what you've been looking for. I feel like you have been very picky. This person that's coming towards you, your soulmate, has been very picky as well. This person and you has been very selective about who they let in their energy because after all, what you have been through. You're not going to see this coming. This person's not coming in to play games with the Page of Wands in the reverse, okay? Page of Wands, this person is very mature. Let me get confirmation. Spirit guides, talk to me for Aries with the confirmation here. Whoever this is, you're walking right into a full investment. This person has a lot to offer you. You walking right into a full-blown, some of you about to walk right into a full-blown relationship. Some of you about to walk after 8 months of being single. Okay? You're about to walk right into an Ace of Pentacles. Two of Wands, plans. You chose the right path. You did the work. See, Two of Wands, you got the Two of Wands out here twice, double confirmation. Recovering, okay? You look good out here. You have really came a long way, Aries. Two of Wands right here. Excuse me, 2 different decks, Two of Wands. You got plans, making plans. You chose the right path, okay? You chose to walk away from someone that you was not happy. You chose to walk away from a lot of negative relationships, okay? You had to learn this lesson in order for you to get to this Ace of Pentacles, in order for you to get to the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups. You see that? Now you are in the energy of receiving someone that is about to come into your life unexpectedly. They're going to pop up in your life. They're going to pop up in your life. I don't know who you are. I need you, claim it for yourself. Trust the process. Have faith. But after a very long period of time of being a judgment call here, awakening, you had to learn a lot. Okay? Yeah, devil here. Someone that really broke your heart. 3 of Swords, devil. Okay? You were in a very toxic a connection. Some of y'all was in this toxic connection for 3 years. Some of you went through this process with this person, or different relationships. Okay, 3 failed marriages, 3 failed relationships. Okay, due to threes are very significant. 3 of swords and the devil, due to a lot of codependency, a lot of obsessions. Okay, tell me more, spirit. Tell me more. When you walked away, you did work on yourself. Like I said, some of you haven't been single long. Some of you been single right about around 3 years. But it took you to awaken to your higher self, to heal from why was this repeated number of cycles happening to you. And threes are very significant. Maybe some of you, when you got in a relationship, maybe the relationship wouldn't last no more than 3 years. Each relationship wouldn't last more than 3 years. And you was back in the same rotation. And so what it was is that spirit guys, God had to stop you from repeating the same cycle, because I feel like this cycle came around every 3 years. You was getting into a relationship or a connection that was failed because you wasn't learning your lessons. I feel like for some of you, you could have got right out of relationship and went right into another relationship, and you never learned your lesson until this last time. Spirit guys, God had to buckle you down and cause judgment upon you. Okay? And now you're in the energy of the 5 of Pentacles in the reverse. That means that you have learned 10 toes down, 10 toes back in control of your life, recovering from being done wrong, recovering from toxic connections that has broken your heart. And now you're finally about to meet your soulmate. Okay, this connection is going to have a lot of balance. And I may be talking to some of y'all that has already met this man or this woman. If not, you're about to soon meet this person. Okay, for some of you, this person is going to be from a distance. For some of you, it's just going to be a lot of communication. Okay, a lot of back and forth. There's not going to be any dull moments. I feel like this is going to be open communication. I feel like you're going to be able to talk to this person about anything. They're going to be able to talk to you about anything. I feel like whoever this person is that's coming towards you, this soulmate, they're not going to judge you. They're not going to be somebody that judges you and then later down the road hold it against you. This is going to be your best friend. This is going to be your best friend. This is exactly what you have been looking for. Okay? Yeah, after failed relationships, do not get crossed up with the spirit handing you this versus what you have been through. See, I feel like in the past, with that Queen of Wands in the reverse, I feel like you were in the energy that you were in the needy energy in these relationships. That means that you did not know your power. You did not have the confidence. I feel like you could have linked into these relationships that took your love, or just really, I feel like at the time when you were going through these failed relationships, you did not, you had low self-esteem. For some of you, your self-esteem was very low. I feel like you could have went into these energies that your codependency was very strong, or it was vice versa. Okay, you may have attracted very insecure men, or very insecure women, or very codependent men, or very codependent women. So it could have been reversed, and that's where a lot of the failed relationships that came in before you actually had to learn your lesson, that you were gravitating towards someone's sorrow and burdens. I'm gonna say that again. You were gravitating towards someone's sorrow and burdens. That means that everything that you had in you, you gave it out, and it wasn't reciprocity. That means that you could be an empath, very compassionate, and you carried someone else's pain. You carried someone else's downfalls and someone else's trauma, and you carried it as your own. And so that became very toxic, and that became very draining, and that became very disappointed and letdowns in failed marriages and failed relationships, because you picked upon their energy and carried it for them. Yeah, I know, right? I know. So that's why spirit judgment was called on you, to mold you, to remold you into realizing what you were doing. You were attracting a lot of devil toxic energy. You were attracting a lot of codependent men or codependent women, because you gravitated to, oh, you felt so sorry for him or felt so sorry for her, and in fact you were actually attracted to very toxic people. Whether this was friendship, okay, you had to stop altogether. You had to let go. It's right here. Okay. You had to heal from a lot of needy people. You had to heal from a lot of toxic. See, if the Five of Swords in the upright, that's toxic, negative energy, egotistic people. But it came out in the reverse. You had to learn a lot of people that was needy, pulling on your energy, Queen of Wands, that needed you. And you had to make a decision to walk away, because you realized that you were giving all your cups, but your cups was not being given to you. Okay? Once you learned your lesson, because this wasn't an easy lesson to learn, because I can be talking to someone that is an empath. If you're an empath, you have to learn to protect your energy, because that's when a narcissist can really play on your empathy and sympathy. You gain clarity, the truth. You started figuring it out. You started figuring it out. And you became very victorious over it. Okay? Told you, Queen of Cups. You can be an empath, very compassionate, but you finally followed your heart and walked away, because you realized that the sun was not shining there. You realized that you were in darkness with this person, which is the moon. Okay? Yeah. Yes. A lot of conflict, a lot of drama, no peace, a lot of anger, a lot of fighting, a lot of low vibration people. Okay? And you decided to leave it all behind, and you had to, your judgment call was on you. You had to learn your lesson. Give me clarification, Spirit. Yes, you had to surrender. You had to let go of the need to control. You see what this card says? You're being asked to let go of your need to control each part of your life and surrender to the universe. Control is an illusion, and it is exhausting to try to hold on to it. Let it go and allow yourself to enjoy the relief that comes from doing so. You had to surrender to that, and there it go, right behind there. Let it go. You had to come to terms, in fact, that you were, in fact, trying to control the situation. Okay? Letting go, setting it free. Okay? Surrendering to it. The need to control that I can change this man, I can change this woman, or controlling the whole narrative of it, that the more you control, the more you held on to it, the more you were becoming, that you were getting battered and bruised. Letting go. You're being asked to let go of whatever pain and resentment you have been holding on to. This was hurting you more than it was helping you. But because you are empath, because of your compassion and everything, you were trying to save it. when the whole time it was killing you. And it says it's hurting you, and you can't fully be present in your life if you're holding on to this negativity. Release it and be free. You had to set it free. You had to set it free. You had to learn to protect yourself. Okay? You had to learn to protect you as an empath, as a very compassionate, loving man or loving woman. You're being asked to protect yourself and your energy. It's okay to want to give to others. You got to realize that, Aries. It's okay to give to one another or to give to others, which you do that effortlessly. It's important, though, what Spirit is saying, that you set healthy boundaries with your energy before doing so. Okay? Now it's the time to get some protection in place. What you thought you were helping, who you thought you were helping by gravitating to their energy, by gravitating to their burdens, you were only hurting yourself. Yeah. It's a lesson to be learned, and it was something you had to learn. Okay? Now I feel like you stop following your heart and stop letting this person with the Queen of Cups in the reverse. You stop letting this person play with your emotions and with your kindness and taking you for granted. You stopped it. You stopped caring. You finally stopped caring. You finally let it go. You finally surrendered to someone that did not care about you. That's how you allow this soulmate, this person, to come into your life, because you had an awakening. Yeah, you woke up and you began to realize that there is something better else out there for me. This is not it. And so you started protecting your energy. You started pulling back. Okay, you stopped caring. You surrendered. You stopped holding on to someone that did not want to be held on to. You let it go. You set it free. You walked away and you set it free. And that's why you're about to experience what true love is going to feel like, what a soulmate is really about, because you learned your lesson. Now you got someone coming in that's going to show you and invest in you, that's going to see you. Okay? You got someone, an emperor, that is going to be very in tuned in his own energy or her own energy. Okay? You did a lot of healing on yourself and a lot of work on yourself. Congratulations. Wasn't a hard cycle to close. But don't get it twisted because you have 3 failed relationship marriages that you feel as though that love is not going to happen, because love is, Spirit is about to bring somebody that's going to pop. Somebody about to pop up very suddenly. You manifested this. And you're going to recover from being left out in the cold, from people mistreating you, doing you any kind of way. Someone's coming in to love you correctly. After going through some failed relationships or connections, you're about to experience someone loving you correctly. Until next time, Aries.